Shakespeare's romance and problem plays. I'm going to do a quick intro. William Shakespeare was known for being the greatest English-speaking writer in history and was also known as England's national poet. He created many themes, including romance and problem plays.
He was responsible for some of the most popular romance titles like The Tempest, The Winter's Tale, Persiles, Prince of Tyre, and The Two Noble Kinsmen.
His most famous problem plays were All's Well That Ends Well, Measure for Measure, and Troilus and Cressida.
In this video, you will learn the difference between a problem play and a romance play, and you will also get a deeper understanding on Shakespeare's style of writing.
Problem plays. A problem play is a form of drama that emerged during the 19th century as part of the wider movement of realism in the arts. Realism is the attempt to show what is going on in the subject matter without making false accusations. It deals with contentious social issues through debates between characters on stage, who typically represent conflicting points of view within a realistic social context. Henrik Ibsen invented the idea that a play could demonstrate realism and offer debates on social issues. Henrik Ibsen is referred as the father of realism, but when he wrote them, people realized that Shakespeare had done the same thing 200 years previously. Shakespeare's problem plays are characterized by their complex and ambiguous tone, which shifts violently between dark, psychological drama and more straightforward comic material. Compare tragic comedy.
Romances. The meaning of a Shakespearean romance play in traditional literary terms is a narration of the extraordinary exploits of heroes. Often in exotic or mysterious settings, in Shakespeare's case, they surround tragedy, death, reconciliation, and suffering.
Compare and contrast.
A problem play consists of two main points. One, it involves violent shifts between the dark, psychological drama, and more straightforward comic material. Think of it as tragic comedy. And two, it is easily identified because they were mainly written on social problems that were going on at the time.
Shakespeare's romance plays and problem plays have a lot in common. One of the biggest is the fact that they use violence and suffering to create the climax of the play.
Recap and things you need to remember. Here's what you should remember. Realism of the arts is a representation of a real situation that is happening during the time as part of the wider movement of realism in the arts that involves violent shifts and some kind of comedy with the shifts of the play. Romance plays are the ones that have more of a dramatic effect on the play's climax and resolution, for example, death, reconciliation, suffering of a family member or significant other. A problem play is a form of drama that emerged during the 19th century as part of the wider movement of realism in the arts. Shakespeare's problem plays are characterized by their complex and ambiguous tone, which shifts violently between dark, psychological drama and more straightforward comic material, compared to tragic comedy.
And there are our credits. Thanks for watching and good luck on your quiz.